Yeah. Hell no. Hell no. I don't know why my fucking light is not on. Turn my other light on so it can look official. There we go. Lights, camera, action. This light can get super. Look how bright this shit can get. Alright, let's turn that down. Like right there. Boom. Let's stop the depressing music. Lord Jesus. Come on now. It's killing me with the music, but it is what it is. Can't fucking play my music or they gonna get on my ass on this YouTube shit. Man. Let's go ahead and get this shit popping. I feel like I can hear outside noise on my mic. Let me see if I can turn that down. Let me adjust the sound when you're hearing these noises from outside and shit like that. Mic check 1 2. Yep, we loud. Okay, as you can see, if you're watching me, I'm not sure which stream you may be watching me from because I'm on multiple streams right now. But we're gonna go ahead. Let me check this message right quick. I speak them again. Yo, it's always some craziness in my life. It's crazy. But we about to go ahead and just start this project. Let's go ahead and start a new layer. Let's get these colors popping. Let's start getting that line work. As you can see, this is a project that was basically brought to me based off an old project that I made. I made this old project for this company, and the company was a legal marijuana company. I've designed a lot of if you know anything about this business, you know that a lot of times they get Mylar bags designed. So once they need a Mylar bag design, then they'll contact me and basically just send me all these like crazy ideas. So this was one of the ideas, and he wanted it to be a Pop-Tart. Let me zoom in. He wanted it to be like a Pop-Tart. This shit is like goofy, like when you see it, but it's a good idea for his brand though. Like so basically he wanted to make this this marijuana brand called Tarts. So originally it was a box, but we changed it to a Pop-Tart. And now that we changed it to a Pop-Tart, now it's literally a superhero Pop-Tart that be smoking, and that's high as hell. So yeah, that was the idea that he brought to me, and I was like, okay, that's some funny shit. Let me go ahead and just put this together and see how this is gonna go. So as you can see, if you look at the sketch that I created, this is pretty much how it looks, like a train wreck. But I guarantee you at the end of this, we're going to have it looking nice. It's just that right now, we just in the process of getting it together. So let's go ahead and get started. If you've been watching my videos, you already know. Right now, we're not working with the tablet. I should have did the line work on my tablet, but I was like, forget it. I'm going to go ahead and just finish this on camera. And if you know me, I don't even usually do customer projects on camera because, you know, for privacy purposes, but this dude wasn't tripping. So I was like, okay, cool. Let's go ahead and just take this to the internet. Now I won't be putting any type of ads or anything on this video specifically based off the contents of the picture. I don't want to do that and possibly jeopardize something. So let's not do that. But one thing about I always say though is do what you want to do. If you are working on a project and you feel like you should do this and this and that, you do what you want to do. You want to put a project online that you're working on, do your own thing. It's just that I personally don't do that. So as you can see, we just trying to get the shape. I want to get the shape of the Pop-Tart, but with a Pop-Tart, it doesn't really have edges this sharp. So let's clean those edges up and not have it too sharp looking. Yeah, let's clean those edges up. Because Pop-Tarts don't have sharp ass edges like that. The edges is usually sharp, but not too sharp if we're trying to be a little bit more realistic. And it's supposed to be a superhero. I thought that was funny. But I feel like right now, if you was to see this design, you probably wouldn't understand like what the direction was. Like, what is that? No, it's just a Pop-Tart. And take that right there. Boom. So I really want to focus on the I really want to focus on the body. Let's get the body really to the right spot now, and then we can do everything else later. I just want to really get his shape together. Let's get that icing. And I'm going to add color eventually. I just wanted to get this right. I think I got to add a chain too. He told me he wanted the Pop-Tart to have a chain. So I thought that would be interesting too. Adding a chain. But adding a chain is going to be weird because he already has a cape on. So, and then like, that's the thing about adding like a chain. That's some weird shit that people want to chain on a Pop-Tart, or even a Pop-Tart being a cartoon. But having a chain on a character is always weird when the character has like a weird shape. Like I've had people ask me to put a chain on a fucking potato character. Like I done seen some shit. And like it's always like something, but it's weird because it's almost starting to feel like a lot of designs are like the same, like the way that people like ask for them. Like it's always kind of like something with a chain on with some glasses. It's weird. It's like the same setup with most rappers. Believe it or not, if you are the type of person that like deals with rappers, like far as like doing like the background shit, like shooting videos, creating album covers and all this type of shit, you will come to realize a lot of rappers are so similar. Like a lot of them don't have like super unique ideas. A lot of these dudes just have like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like so many rappers just ask for the same shit. Like it's rare to run into somebody with just very unique ideas. It's always like, let me get a pillow. Make the pillow look like it's high as hell, have it holding a cup of lean with some Jordans on. It's like I know like way back then like that shit was like cool, but like nowadays it's like there's so many other niggas doing that. Like I mean, me personally as a designer, I like this shit because of course I get paid to make like this wacky shit, but at the same time it's like you want to really come up with something that's really different. Something that people ain't seen before. That's one thing I noticed that always like catches my eye or intrigues me as a designer. Like, wow, I've never heard of something like that. Well, this one is unique to me too, because I've never heard of a Pop-Tart. I've seen hella characters. I don't think I've ever seen one as a Pop-Tart. High as hell. I never would have thought of that. So that is kind of unique. So I definitely give him his props on that. But just these these high characters. But if you have a weed brand, this is a dope ass idea. If you have a weed brand, I tell people all the time, if you have a weed brand, having a nigga like me is like out of this world, because I feel like a lot of these designs that I create, if you are a stoner or a person that that just, that's like just a big marijuana enthusiast, whether that be hemp or anything, I feel like people like that love my designs because they give them that funny, You know, it gives them that funny feeling, like that goofy, silly look. Cause like that's the thing that people like about my style specifically. People like my style because like it looks like fun. It looks goofy. It looks like you know, like something from like a goofy cartoon or something. Which that's usually, you know, my intention. You know, if people who know me know my personality know that my drawing style is like a lot like my personality. Like I'm super chill, goofy dude. Like I just mind my own business. I'm not, you know, trying to do too much. I just like chilling and having fun type shit. But yeah, as you see right now, if you following this tutorial, I'm not sure if you following me with Illustrator, but if you are following me with Illustrator, if you are watching this video later on YouTube, the only thing I'm doing right now, I'm currently just using the pen tool and the curvature tool, and I'm doing the outside line work for a character. Anytime you use this program specifically, you want to do your line work and stuff first before you start doing everything else, just because you want your design to be the line work to be very clean. That's really the point of Illustrator. A lot of people don't know this, but you can do cartoon designs just like this on Photoshop. It's just on Illustrator, they're more beneficial because they're vectors. And just to show you a difference between a vector, if you look at this picture right now, this sketch, that is a picture. If I zoom all the way in on it, you notice when you zoom all the way in on a picture file, you see these little squares. I know you're probably looking at the screen like right now, like what the fuck is that? You see these squares that you're seeing when I zoom in very closely? Those are called pixels. All computers have them. All like literally everything is like based off pixels. A lot of these pictures and everything that you see, those are pixels. Now let me show you the difference between pixels and vectors. So then a vector design, like if you look at this design I just created for the Pop-Tart, when you zoom all the way in, it doesn't matter how close you get. You see, no matter how close you get, you don't see those little boxes. You don't see pixels. That's because these are two completely different things. See, vectors don't contain pixels. Vectors only contain pixels once you export them as a raster file, which is a JPEG, PNG, etc. But the vectors are not like that. They don't have any pixels. It doesn't matter how I resize them. I could literally resize it to 1 trillion and it will still retain its value. The same, it doesn't work like that with a picture. Have you ever noticed, like if you got a picture, right? You may upload it somewhere and the picture look clean as fuck. Like you may have some picture in your phone, you upload that shit on Facebook, like damn, that's clean. And then you fuck around and upload it in a different place and it doesn't look as clean. It almost looks like low res. That's only because that picture is high quality on a phone. A phone, most phones, the average phone only produces like a 720p picture that you're looking at. So you're not even looking at a high res image on a phone. So even something small could look high res. Whereas when you're on a computer, that shit would look low res. That's only because it gets pixelated when you try to resize it. Now, most of these images that I create, always create them at high res as vectors. So no matter how close or far you get from it, it's still retaining its value. Did somebody just open my door? Is that the cat sneaking in the room? Yo, somebody close the door. My cat trying to sneak. I can tell that's my cat trying to sneak in here and come holler at me. My cat don't like me leaving him in the other room. He start getting mad and mean mugging me and shit. He probably was just trying to sneak in here. But back to what I was talking about. I was basically just speaking on the difference between vector images and picture images. When you're looking at vector images and picture images, it's two completely different things. Vectors can't get pixelated. No matter how much you zoom in, no matter how much you edit them or anything you do, they will never change. They're vectors. That's the way it is. That's why most of the time, if you do plan on becoming a designer, you want to understand the difference between vector images and raster images. Because like a lot of those raster images you can only use for certain things, especially like certain printing companies. They don't even want you sending them like images that are that are raster images like JPEGs and PNGs and shit. A lot of them, they'll ask you like, "Yo, we need the SVG, we need the vector files, SVG files, and things of that nature." Excuse me. But a lot of times they want like that vector shit just so they can have that high res look. And plus, it's better to have a fucking high res look anyway. You plan on selling a product, trust me. Like if people see your product and they see like a low quality image or whatever, like they're not gonna take you serious. They're gonna think you're goofy. Like they're gonna be like, why is they're gonna think what you're selling is cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like if people see like certain shit that like looks cheap, I feel like they treat it in a cheap manner. So that's what I always try to recommend. Like if you are at a point where you're getting some designs done, you're getting anything done, don't get things done in like a cheap manner. Like if you have a product that you really care about and you want it to look its best, make sure that you get the high res version of that. And if you are buying a logo, any type of design that is vector design, that's not a raster image, you want to make sure you get those vector files. When you buy a logo, say, "Hey, can I get my vector files with that? Can you send me the project files?" I'm telling you, like that's how you really own and have your logo. When you just have pictures of it, it's weird because it's like you don't even truly have it if you don't necessarily have the project files. So I always recommend for people to buy that if you are getting to a point to purchase a design, a logo design of that. A lot of times when you see females, I be seeing like females with these like logos of like they self and shit like that. And like if you notice, like if you see gradient colors in that logo is probably made on Photoshop. It probably isn't even a vector logo. And a lot of times that logo, you can only do certain things with it. And most females who have these type of logos, they'll tell you that because they're going to run into that issue at some point in time. Like if they try to go get it printed at certain places, the places are going to be like, you know what, we can't print that logo, during certain like high res things because it's not going to look right. You know what I'm saying? Like it's going to pixelate as soon as we try to, make like a giant business sign or anything out of it. So that's just some knowledge for y'all that ever plan on like purchasing logos. Try to make sure you get you a logo done by a designer that uses vector images that, builds it on something like Illustrator. That Photoshop shit is cool though. Like I don't want to try to discourage anybody or even knock anybody's hustle in that regard because some people, they sell very nice logos, from Photoshop or whatever. But I'm just telling y'all that because I just don't want you to run into that problem. And then basically you got to come to a designer like me to clean it up. Because I done had to do that quite a few times. Like people that send me designs that they done got off, what's that goddamn website? I think it's called Etsy. I got to check. But yeah, it's like a site, like I want to say it's Etsy that a lot of women go to and they deal with these dudes with these weird ass template logos. And when they give you them template logos, they only give you like the JPEG or the transparent PNG of it, but then you don't actually have like the vector files of it. So then you can't even get it printed in a certain type of way. So yes, just be aware of that. Yeah, I don't know why I just felt the need to address that. And also, a lot of times when you use these apps like Canva, in which I have nothing against Canva or anything like that. I feel like if you can find a solution to get what you need at a cheaper price or just, in a cheaper way, that's cool with me. Like as a designer, that type of shit doesn't even like intimidate me. So I don't want anybody to feel like anybody who knows me that's watching this video right now. I'm letting you know right now, if you go and purchase a logo off Canva, J Damage does not give a damn. I do not care. I'm not somewhere mad like, man, they should have came to me. Hell no. Like, I encourage people all the time. If you can find some shit cheaper somewhere and it's worth your while, go do that shit. The only little thing that I always tell people about like sites like Canva that help you build like these logos and shit is be careful because I haven't seen this happen. So I don't want to downplay something I don't truly know. But I always get nervous when I see places like that giving something out for free like that. Because I always feel like everything comes with a price. Like there's no way. I feel like maybe the reason why Canva ain't tripping is because nobody has became a millionaire or billionaire off of creating a logo off of there. I always just have like this weird thing, man. Like, and I could be overthinking, but I always have this weird thing where I feel like if you purchase a logo from like a lot of these sites like Canva and things of that nature, I feel like one day if you ever blow up and they see that you used like you use like their fonts and their symbols and shit like that to create a logo, I just have this weird feeling like they're gonna come back and like try to sue you for that shit. Like yo, this is $1 billion company now, and I'm like I said, I may be overthinking, but that's why I always get nervous, like for people that fuck with that type of shit. Because what if you get make a logo off Canva and you blow the fuck up, like your business start booming, then all of a sudden Canva is like, hey, we helped you get there. Listen, buddy, we helped you get there and get that money. Now we gonna need our cut. It was us that got you there. Now we gotta get our cut out of this shit. And that's always like a fear of mine. It's like, damn, what's their real agendas behind just giving this shit up like that? See, I always think about shit like that. Like, this ain't don't seem right. One of my friends, she just been doing her thing with Canva and shit, and I was like thinking like, yo, like what if? Nah. Hopefully they don't do her like that. They do her like that, I'm coming to her rescue, straight up, bro. We gotta come together as designers, and if we see somebody getting ready to get in trouble over a logo or whatever that they done got from some company and is about to get them sued and shit, I feel like, man, go and find you a designer, a real designer. Stop trying to be a designer yourself, and have them make you some custom shit that you ain't got to worry about, man. Because can't nobody do nothing about the custom shit. You get your custom shit done, that's you. That's unique. That's why I always recommend a designer that knows how to do some good custom shit and not just some bullshit. But live your life. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I think. But shit, it's convenient as a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie. I never use Canva, but shit, if I could get it for the low shit, I ain't even mad at you. I'd probably do the same shit if I wasn't a designer. And then that it just came to me like how people use what's that shit called? How people use Fiverr. And oh yeah, crazy shit about Fiverr. Like people always like tell me, well, they don't always tell me that. Let me not lie like that, but people have said to me quite a few times, like, yo, I got a designer on Fiverr, and yo, this designer like is fired, this and that, right? So let me tell you what happened to this girl. So this chick was like, basically she was in the midst of getting ready to buy a design from me. I want to say she was from like Philly or something. And she was like, you know what? I'm good. I found some designers that's cheaper, whatever, on Fiverr. Basically trying to like tell me like, nigga, you trying to play me, but it's cool because I found some people on Fiverr, right? So why she goes to Fiverr to get the shit done? Why the nigga contacts me? I was like, yo, like people don't even know, like, yo, Fiverr. Like sometimes what happens with Fiverr is like, because like a lot of the people on Fiverr, they don't even like create that shit for real. So basically what they do is like, it's just like a resale thing. Of course, y'all wouldn't know that. An outsider wouldn't know that shit. Fiverr, a lot of times is like a resale thing. Like a lot of people on Fiverr, they don't even be making that shit. And even if they are making that shit, some of them be like amateur designers. I wouldn't think that they're amateur designers, because if you're working on that many fucking customers at a time, I mean, if you're amateur, you're just you would be struggling like a motherfucker. But like, yo, like it's just like so much shortcuts and cutting corners that they do on Fiverr, y'all wouldn't even know unless a real designer like me told you. Like they don't even be making that shit. And then what they'll do is they pay designers to actually do the shit. But then it's like they have like a fake persona like created on Fiverr to make it seem like they just like this designer and shit. Which is really a good hustle if you think about it. It's a very slick hustle. It's a very slick hustle to trick people into thinking that you're doing something, but you're truly not, though. You're actually paying somebody else to do it. I think most of the designers that take a long time, them designers take a long time because they have people on their quote unquote team to work on it, which usually their team is just some fucking designer on Instagram that they paying. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And another thing that happens is templates. Templates is a very, very big thing in the design community. Right now, I'm revealing some secrets to you. Like, a lot of times when you see people do like these extravagant designs and whatnot in these very short amount of times, 9 times out of 10, they're either a very advanced designer that's been doing this for a long time, like me, or what they're doing is using templates. Now, templates, I understand when people use templates for things like on Photoshop, like flyers and you know, getting vector objects from like certain sites and stuff like that. But when it comes down to logos, I never think that template shit is good because I feel like people are cool with selling you a template until you make a million off of it. But that is really the secret of how people create things so quickly and stunningly. Like, yo, how is this motherfucker creating all this 3D shit and all this shit in less than an hour? That nigga is fast as a motherfucker. Like, nah, my nigga, that was some templates. Now, this is the dope thing about templates. Templates, in my opinion, should be used by a designer with with years and years of knowledge because they can use a template at their advantage. They can create their own design and use things from a template to enhance their design. But at the same time, it still is enhancements. It's almost like steroids. But it's like I said, it's not like that when it comes down to like most designs on Photoshop. I'm really just referring to designs on like Illustrator, like logos and things of that nature. I always say these type of things you should be doing in a unique way. I don't feel like you should do templates for these specifically. But like I said, I'm not knocking nobody's hustle. I'm just telling you what's going on. But yeah, like it's like a lot. There's a lot to this graphic design shit that you would never know unless you like actually got in the field. And another big thing that happens behind closed doors with the graphic design community is a lot of player hating and customer stealing. Like, so as most people know, is if you've been watching me over the years, I had one time I had an incident with a very, very popular graphic designer. Very popular. Like, well, he's not popular like in a sense of like he's like a celebrity, but he's popular within the graphic design community because most of his designs are with celebrities, right? So I mind you, everybody in the graphic design community, we used to let us do. Like, he was doing some of the hardest designs, especially urban designs. Let's get a little bit more specific. I'm not gonna say who he is, but one day he just busts out of nowhere and comes to my page talking shit. And I was like confused because at this time in 2000, what was that? 2015, I want to say. I was nobody at that time. I had just really got my feet wet in the game. I didn't really know what the fuck this nigga was talking about. But he hits me up on Instagram, but at this time, for some weird reason, I used to get my notifications on Instagram on Facebook. So I check my DM. I mean, no, not my DM. It was on my Facebook. I got a notification saying, and it was from him. I had seen it was a notification from Instagram. It was from him, and it said, "Stop stealing my shit. You a hater." And I was confused as hell. Like, what the fuck? Stealing your shit, nigga? I'm not even nowhere near your level. What the fuck you talking about? Like, but at first I thought he was like talking to somebody else. I was like, there's no way he could be talking to me. Like, nigga, I'm not even good at this shit. Like, what is he talking about? And then, so I goes and looks at my Instagram, and he blocked me. And I was confused, like, oh shit, what the fuck this nigga blocked me for? Like, I'm just confused because this is a guy that, like, he's actually one of the people that like inspired me kind of, to like go hard with like the urban design shit, right? So I'm like trying to respond to him. I'm like, this nigga blocked me. What the fuck? I can't even respond to this motherfucker. Like I'm trying to, and I'm honestly trying to see like, yo, if I could talk to him so I could just let him know like, yo, this is a misunderstanding, my nigga. Not that I'm copping pleas or no fucking shit like that, but I'm just saying like, I just wanted to let him know like, yo, this may just be a misunderstanding because there's no way I can copy you. At this time, I didn't know how to do cartoon designs. So I'm like, bro, you way out of your element. Like, nigga, I didn't do anything. And so, what I contacted this nigga, no, because I couldn't contact him because he blocked me. What am I saying? But what I did was I started scrubbing the internet trying to find like other pages, and I seen he had an active Twitter page. And at this time, I was like super active on Twitter. So I wrote him on Twitter. I said, yo, bro, I'm not copying you. I don't know where you got that from, but that, whatever it is, that's my bad. Whatever. I tried to go the high route. Like, yo, that's my bad. Whatever. I'm not copying your designs. I don't even know how to do that type of shit, bro. And I'm thinking like he probably just gonna piece it up, like you know what, I was tripping. My bad. Whatever. The nigga start talking more shit. He was like, he wrote me some shit. Cause he was talking to me and another person at the same time. And he was like, yo, you heard what I said, nigga. Stop stealing my shit. And I said, bro, what the fuck are you talking about, my nigga? Cause mind you, his designs, I don't want to say it cause I feel like I'm gonna give too much of a hint of who this nigga is. I'll say this, his designs, he does cartoons of popular things. So I'll just say that, right? And so I'm telling him like, bro, I don't even know how to do that. Like, what are you even talking about? Like at this time, nigga, I only knew how to do cartoons on like Photoshop type shit, like using a fucking pen tool on Photoshop. Nigga, I ain't know how to do that shit like that, especially not this Illustrator shit. And I'm telling him like, bro, you tripping. Like, what are you talking about, my nigga? I'm not copying you. I don't even know how to fucking do that shit. And he just going hard on me, like, yo, nigga, whatever. So I had to turn back. I had to stop and realize who I was for a second. Like, hold on, nigga. Like, yo, number one, nigga, fuck you. And number one, nigga, I ain't never copied you. What the fuck you even talking about? I don't know what type of drugs you on or something, but like, bro, I ain't copied you. None of that type of shit. And he just was going hard, like super hard on me. And then, I had wrote him, and then there was another graphic designer that jumps in on it, right? And so soon as he like said something to me, he like said the crazy shit to me, another graphic designer like hops on and says, yo, cause he like agreeing with the dude that's talking shit to me. He like, yeah, man, fuck him. That nigga was on here, taking my customers anyway, telling my customers not to fuck with me. And I mind you, to the people who are watching this video, because I'm pretty sure you're not watching live, but whenever you watch this video, look at me, my nigga. Y'all have been seeing me, if you've been watching my previous videos on this internet. I ain't never, like, I don't even get that type of energy to people. Taking somebody's customer and then telling the customer, don't fuck with that nigga. Do I look like a nigga who play like that? So like when I seen that shit, I was just like, yo, what is this weird ass pile-on, like this weird ass pile-on coming from? Like, I don't even know these niggas like that. I don't even know these people on the internet like that. Because you got to think, bro, like in real life, I'm not like some person who be on the internet like that. So I'm confused as shit. Like, what is this energy coming from? So, that's when, the dude, cause he didn't respond for a long time. Now me and the new guy is arguing, the dude that said I stole his customers and fucked me and all this shit. So I'm going ham on him. So then the dude comes back in a conversation on Twitter and says, fuck both of y'all niggas some lames. He said that to me and the nigga that's defending him. Fuck both of y'all niggas. Both of y'all niggas is some lames. And like I said, stop stealing my shit. And then he blocked me right afterwards. Y'all, this shit happened in 2000. I'm telling you, this was like 2015, 16 type shit. Do you know that this nigga still has me blocked to this day? Still to this day. This graphic designer nigga still has me blocked for some shit I never did. And when he said that to me, I said, you know what? I want to see what that cartoon shit is like. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would this nigga accuse me of something I never did? I need to figure out how to do that cartoon shit. I got to figure that out. Like, because if this could trigger this type of emotion out of a nigga, I want to see what this shit is about. So I never forget that day, nigga. I went home, and I know I'm making this story long, but I just want to tell y'all how I even got into this shit. So I goes to the crib, and I remember like looking up this shit, like looking up this cartoon shit, and I'm like, I wonder how do they do this shit, like because I've been doing graphic design. Like people know that I done went to college, went to Job Corps, all type of shit to do graphic design. But I just was like curious, like how is people doing this cartoon shit? Like how are they really doing it? Because some of y'all may see people do cartoons, but you always saying to yourself, like, how do people really do that shit? And then I start going online and I just start seeing these tutorials, man. And I start seeing these tutorials. And one thing about me back then, when I was younger and my mind still wasn't as sharp as I am now, like I used to like have like this very short attention span. So like I used to see like a bunch of like short videos of how people do graphic design. And I was like, yo, I probably could do that shit. Like, I know how to draw, nigga. I mean, I don't know how to draw, but I know how to draw something. So I went home and I started like just watching tutorials. I just found myself like just days of watching it. Nigga, I never had Illustrator or none of that. I just was like watching this shit like just like curious. And one of the pictures that kind of inspired me was a picture. It's a picture. I probably can find this picture and show this shit to y'all. It was a picture of Bart Simpson. It's a picture of Bart Simpson with some Yeezys, like laying out. Hold on, let me try to find this bitch right quick. I want to show y'all this shit. It's a picture of Bart Simpson with some Yeezys laying out. Bart Simpson Yeezys. These was the old Yeezys. These was the ones with the little cream colored joints. Let me see if I can find that shit. See, I'm seeing pictures with Bart with Yeezys, but this ain't it, y'all. I'm talking about an old picture. This was a while ago. It's a picture with him like with like a bunch of like designer and shit on. Oh, here it go, y'all. Here it go. This is the picture. Hold on. See if I can show y'all this picture, man. This picture had me thinking, like, how did they do that? This picture, man. I don't know if y'all can see this shit. Let me see if y'all can see this. Let me check YouTube. Okay, yeah, y'all should be able to see this. Look, this picture right here is the picture that got me curious. I was looking at this picture real hard, and I'm like analyzing it, saying it to myself, just looking at this picture. I'm looking at the mouth, the money in the hand, the shadows. Like if you notice in his fingers, you see it's like darker parts, the shadows, like how they put the lean on his mouth and shit like that. And I'm saying to myself, how is they doing that? Like, how is they getting this design to look like this? And I've been seeing this shit for years. Like, how is they doing that? That curiosity led me into this. There's another picture too I'm gonna show y'all. It's a picture of Goku holding some money. Hold on, let me see if I can find this shit. It's a picture of Goku holding some money, bro. Hold on. Goku. I said go to. Holding money. It's like Goku, or maybe even Gohan, holding some money up to his head. Once I seen that, nigga, I was like, oh yeah, I want to make some shit that look like that, nigga. Hold on. Oh yeah, right here. I think this is it. I feel like it was more advanced than this. Okay, this is it right here, y'all. Let me show you. Hold on. Boom. Here we go. You see this picture? I remember seeing this shit and saying to myself, yo, how is these niggas doing this shit? Like, how is they creating these designs that look so dope like that? I'm talking about, I'm doing deep research, yo. Like deep research. Like, how is they doing this? Like, how is they making these parts darker? And how was they making, like, yo, I just couldn't understand it, yo. And I remember I had this customer, right? I used to do motion graphics for him on Photoshop. This is when I was doing like a lot of mixtape covers. If you've been following me over the years, you already know I've been doing mixtape covers and shit like that. Like been doing mixtape covers, single covers, flyers, business cards, fucking everything on Photoshop. But I never got into Illustrator. I always avoided it just because it looked hard as a motherfucker. I kept saying to myself, hell no, man, that cartoon shit look hard as shit. But then like when I start seeing pictures like this, it's something about pictures like this, even though a black person probably didn't make this, but shit like this gets a black person like me intrigued. Because you know why? Because this type of shit is my culture. Even though, of course, we know Dragon Ball Z is of the Asian culture, but look at what he's doing. You see how he has this earrings on, the designer glasses, holding the money to the ear, the chain on with the watch on. I'm like, okay, this is more of my culture within this design. Like, who's coming up with this shit? It tripped me out because I found out that it wasn't even black people creating a lot of these designs. A black person may have created this. I'm just speaking hypothetically. Like, a lot of times, like, there's not even black people creating these designs, but they're coming up with these ideas of these urban things. So I was like, if people outside of my culture are making things of my culture, I need to start getting into that and figuring that out, and then teaching people of my culture to make it, because I feel like we could damn near make it better because it's our shit. Like, like what the Piccolo with the gold chain and shit. That's urban shit. That's nigga shit. Like, what? I need to figure this out. And just well, it was definitely that Bart picture, and that picture of that Goku holding the money up to his head. I said, oh yeah, I got to figure this out. I got to figure that out. Like, in the first design I ended up doing, I think the first design I ended up doing, what was that? I think it was like a design of like a train or something, and that design was a train wreck. Fuck you talking about? That design was a train wreck. That design was looking terrible, but it's crazy because I just didn't give up. I just kept doing it. I made that design. The shit was looking trash. I said, you know what? I'm gonna figure this out. I just gotta go a different route with this, but I'm gonna figure this one out. And that's all it took. That's all it takes for this shit, bro. It just takes things that inspire you. Like, I don't try to take people to graphic design, because one thing about this is like you gotta like this shit. Otherwise it's gonna feel like work. Like, you gotta like this shit. It gotta be something about this shit that intrigues you type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It gotta be something that you see that's like, yo, I wanna do that. That's what I always recommend to people. Like, get into it because you just want to get into it. The money is cool. The money is cool. The money isn't life changing unless you really hard on people and taxing like a motherfucker. But I'm telling you, like, this shit is fun as fuck, man. If I could give it to everybody, I would, man. I would give it to everybody. If I could give like the skill I have, I would give it to everybody, I got love for and shit, because I would want everybody to do this and be able to make money from your home. Like, who doesn't want that? If I could give it to anybody, I would, man. And I actually try to, over the internet. I try to teach y'all as much as possible. But I'm telling you, once you figure out something that you really like to do, you would never work a day in your life. That is one of the most powerful quotes I think a person ever told me in my life, because I honestly feel like that when I'm able to do this for money. I don't even feel like it feels like I'm stealing money. Like, that's how crazy it feels, like to know, like, to yourself, damn, I'm making money off something that that I do for free, nigga. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, like, back to what I said, man. Like, the graphic designer nigga hated on me, man. Tripped me the fuck out. And that's a part of this graphic design shit that you have to deal with. Sometimes, like, everybody ain't gonna be smiling, man. Everybody ain't gonna be happy that you're doing good. Everybody ain't gonna be happy that you get into a place of success, or like people feel like you stepping on their toes and you getting ahead of them. Then or you not even getting ahead of them, you just getting close to them, and they get intimidated by that, and they'll hate on your shit to try to throw people off your trail because they just trying to stay on top and shit like that. Even I've been accused of stuff like that, even though I've never had that intention for nobody. I don't even think that deeply, but people just do shit like that, man. It just is what it is. It's what comes with the territory of doing this shit, bro. You will find yourself in some weird ass situations. And still to this day, that nigga has me blocked. That's how he was bothered than a motherfucker. Like, bro, after all these years, my nigga, I don't even know you. Never copied you or nothing. You still got me blocked? Like this seemed personal or something. Like, nigga, did I fuck around with one of your girls or something? Like, what is this really about? Matter of fact, let me go see if I'm still blocked by this bitch ass nigga. I ain't checked this shit in like a year. Let me see. See if this bitch ass nigga got me blocked. Matter of fact, let me not call him bitch ass nigga just in case he ain't blocked me. We still cool. Well, we never was cool, nigga, but let's see if we still beefing. Let me see. I don't want to say his name. Let's search this shit. Let's go to Twitter. Spell that nigga's name. Let's see, because a couple. Let me go back. I'm on the wrong shit. This ain't his shit. Okay. Search. Let's search people. Damn, I think his page gone. I'm seeing like his because he used to have like fan pages and shit. His page had like 100K followers. But nah, damn, I think his page gone. Unless he got me blocked that much. He got me blocked to where you don't even see that shit no more. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. It's crazy, bro. Like, I came into this game humble, nigga. Humble, head down. Oh, he do got me blocked. Oh yeah, because I see people tagging him and shit. And now I found his real page. Now I click on his real page. I'm still blocked. This nigga is weird, bro. Weird as fuck, bro. Or maybe the nigga just blocked me and just never checked again type shit. Nigga probably forgot about this shit. But nigga, I didn't forget. Nigga, you came to my page with that trolling shit. And what's so crazy is the nigga that I told y'all about that joined in the conversation and was saying that I stole his customers or whatever. That nigga just came to me being cool recently. I can definitely tell he forgot. He forgot, but he thinks I haven't forgot. That nigga came on my page with that cool shit. Oh, yeah, I like what you doing. You know, with that nice shit. Like, nigga, I thought I was the nigga who stole your customers, motherfucker. Why you coming over here with that nice shit? That's how you know, like, this shit is so fake with people. It's all about being nice when something is going good and treating you like shit when they feel like you ain't nobody. I'm telling you, like, this game is all about people pushing you when they don't fuck with you and pulling you when they need you. I need you, my nigga. Like, yo, come through. Like, I need you. But it's like once they feel like they can't use you or nothing you do or have around you is beneficial, it's like, man, who is this nigga, man? Fuck that nigga. Like, that's how this graphic design shit is. You would have a lot of people, fucking with you, going crazy because they think you dope. Yo, J Damage, I fuck with you, my nigga. Whatever. One of the biggest lies niggas tell me all the time. I'm just ranting right now, just to be clear. But one of the biggest lies niggas tell me all the time, y'all want to know what that is? One of the biggest lies niggas say to me all the motherfucking time is, yo, you gonna be the only nigga I shop with, dog. Yo, I hate when people say that shit. Even though some of them, it's been a couple. It's been about a good probably 10 that like stayed down with me. But I hate when people say that, yo, because I know they fucking lying, bro. I hate that shit. Yo, listen, man, you the only nigga I'm gonna fuck with. I'm like, bro, keep it real, my nigga. You ain't gonna fuck with me like that. Now, I'm not tripping if you don't fuck with me, bro. I got customers I deal with every day, bro. I don't need, all of this like overhead all the time because it's stressful. But at the same time, don't fucking lie to me, bro. Like, I don't, like, bro, you don't have to. You're not getting nothing out of lying to me, bro. Like, it's not even that serious, bro. Like, if you can't afford this shit, if you run into somebody that got some cheaper shit, bro, go with that person. People who know me personally, y'all know I don't give a fuck about that. Bro, like, one person not fucking with me is not going to affect my shit, bro. Like, so if you don't fuck with me, bro, I'm not tripping about that. Understand we not beefing. We don't have no problem with each other. But stop lying and saying shit like that. Man, that shit is so annoying. Like, people always hit me with that shit. Like, because I think people get overzealous when they finally run into a nigga that's, like, as good as me. So it's like, yo, My nigga, I fuck with you. I'm not going to nobody else but you. But I know in reality, man, if you see a nigga even close to my level, especially if they cheaper, nigga, you gonna jump on that shit and act like you don't know me. So I just hate that shit, bro. It's just annoying as hell. It's annoying because y'all know I ain't tripping off that, bro. For real, for real. But that shit happens to me all the time. A dude just sent me that shit on Instagram. Bro, you the only nigga I fuck with. Like, come on, cuz. You don't even know me, bro. I know you don't fuck with me, cuz. For real. But listen, if you are genuine, my apologies. If you are genuine, like if you genuinely like, yo, Jay, I'm only fucking with you, whatever. Look, my apologies, my bad. But I just don't like it when people who don't know me and truly don't fuck with me, why even say that? Come on, son. You know you don't. And I'm not tripping if you don't. But just stop the lying, man. Okay. So enough with the ranting. I feel like I done did enough ranting. But as you can see, if you're looking at the design, we have gotten to the point where we have knocked out most of the line work. I think the only line work, hold on, let me check my camera, see if I look goofy right now. I'm not sitting still. I'm trying to get comfortable. It's hard for me to get comfortable in this weird ass chair. I need to get a new gaming chair and get myself away from this shit. Matter of fact, let me put on my recliner and take my camera closer to me. Let's see how that's gonna go. Let's get closer. Let me put up my reclining chair. Boom. Hold on, wait. Let my legs up. There we go. It's all about that comfort, baby. All right. Oh, shit. Pointing towards the lights and shit. All right. Let's get comfortable. Right there. Come on. Boom. I'm going to take this microphone. I'm going to put it on my computer. Let me put it over here. Got my iPad right here. Let me move that out the way. I just want to be comfortable, and I want y'all to be able to hear me properly when I'm talking. Okay. So now you can see me a lot better, and you can hear me a lot better, and I'm not fucking uncomfortable. But anyways, like I was saying, right now, as you can see, we are now at a position where we have got the line work together. Once you get to this position, as I always say, if you already been watching my videos and you already know how the tutorials go. Today, I'm not really trying to do a tutorial because this is a customer. This is a customer logo, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not going to be promoting this video at all, just for the simple fact that he's holding a cigar in his hand. I don't want to promote that. But right now, once you get to this line work, what you want to do is group your entire line work. Group the entire thing. Oh shit! Hold up! Group the entire thing. Well, I'm only grouped on the words right now. What you want to do is unlock your layer of whatever you want to group. So we're trying to do the character. So unlock the layer for the character. Select the entire thing, and then what I want you to do is go to the top of the screen. Click on Object. Click on Group. That is how you group all of your line work. So now all the line work is grouped together. If you try to touch it and move it over, it's going to move together. The lines are no longer separated. So what I want you to do again, make sure that remains selected. Go back to the top of your screen. Click on Object. Scroll down to Expand. What the hell is this? Software update. Anyways, click on Expand. Once you click on Expand, it's going to open the Expand menu. What you want to do is just click OK. Don't make no adjustments. Once you expand it, what you're doing now is you're expanding your line work. You're changing the lines into shapes. Now those lines are shapes. As you see, it is now highlighted on the outline of the lines, right? So now once you have it like that, what you want to do is go to the right side of the screen and then click on Pathfinder. If you don't see the Pathfinder, click on your window menu, scroll down and bring the menu up. But if you already got it, click on it and then go to the bottom of the Pathfinder menu and click on Divide. Once you click on Divide, it looks like nothing happened, but do not worry. Now, all of the line work that is now merged in together is now being separated. Now everything is divided. Now that everything is divided, what I want you to do now is grab your white selection tool and start clicking in there and getting rid of all those access lines that we do not need. The only reason why we do this type of method of the lines is to get the line work as clean as possible. If you can hear that doop doop, that's me pressing delete. I'm clicking on the lines and I'm deleting them. Just getting rid of them. Slowly getting rid of them. What you want to do, you want to do this until you get into the position where all of your access lines are gone. You see, like before that, when you start getting rid of the access lines, the picture starts coming together. It looks like the way you intended. When you have those, those lines overlapping each other, it confuses people sometimes. People look at the project, they're like, yo, why your project look like that? Like, it looks like you're coloring outside the lines, like you're not doing it right. But do not worry. That is all for a reason. When you overlap it like that and you make those lines on top of each other, that is for a purpose, in order to get your lines as clean as possible. Anytime you're working on a project, especially a project like this that I'm doing for a customer, you want to make sure you're getting everything as clean as possible. You don't want to be making no mess ups. You can mess up when you're working on your personal projects and little bullshit like that. But when you're working for a customer, you want to be as clean as possible. You want that customer to look at this design and say to themselves, God damn, that nigga took his time and made sure this shit was perfect. You want this shit to look like it's fresh out of a book. You want this shit to look like a SpongeBob episode. That shit to look clean. Especially if you're selling, the marijuana plant. You want to make sure your presentation is very clean, very clear, because you already know what perception people have of you if you are within that industry. Like with this industry, with this design that I'm doing, this person is within that industry legally, just to be clear. They're legally within that industry, and they probably like their designs to have a certain look, a certain level of a look. So when a person looks at it, they know like, okay, this is some official like a whistle shit. This ain't no cheap shit. As you can see, we're just getting rid of all those access lines. See, as you can see, now you see his hand is holding that. We're getting rid of all of that. This is going to look good. I'm telling you, this design is going to look very good. It's going to look very goofy, but it's going to look good. Trust me. Select all of that. Get rid of it. Let's get rid of that. Okay, it's coming together. Like we just slowly moving around the design. When I clip a design, access lines, I'm usually clipping them. I usually go from top to bottom. I go from top to bottom, and I try to make sure, especially when I'm doing a customer design, I try not to rush too much. I try to take my time and make sure everything is being done right. So by the time a person sees it, they can see that nigga took his time on that shit. Okay, make sure you're paying attention. Pay attention and identify the problems. Remember, when you're working on a project like this, the more careful you are now, the better it'll be in the future of the design, because one of the worst things you could do is mess up in the early stages like this. When you mess up in the early stages of your line work, it's going to make it harder and harder to correct later on in the project when it's something else you got to do in the project. Okay, so we got, now let's get his shoe. Okay, let's get his shoe. Let's get the leg out of there. And if you notice, this design isn't like super difficult and whatnot. This design was pretty simple. We didn't get too crazy with the way that it was supposed to look. He didn't want it extremely detailed. We just wanted it to look like a silly ass cartoon. If you know my art style, you already know like I try to make cartoons really a lot based kind of like a lot of the older cartoons, the way like a lot of the cartoons used to look like in the 90s and whatever. That's just my style personally. Everybody has their own style though. You may see like some people, use like the style like I showed y'all yesterday with that Little Bill looking style. Or you may see people use a lot of those Photoshop type of cartoons where you see a lot more gradients and things of that nature. But like I said before, like I said earlier in this video, I'm kind of funny about doing those type of designs because I know that they're not vector. And where they're not vector, is they're going to be harder to deal with once you get to the printing process. Okay, I'm confused now. What did I just do? Not doing this shit properly. Moving too fast. If you ever get to the point where it's throwing you off or confusing you, go ahead and stop and readjust until you get it right. Now, as you can see right here, the line intersected. It became a part of that line. If this happens to you, you have nothing to worry about. All you want to do is get surgical with it. Grab your curvature tool, erase that. Let's take that all the way over like that. Boom, merge that in. And then let's erase these key points. I mean, not key points. What the fuck is this shit called? I can't even think of the damn name of it. Fuck it. As you can see, I fixed it with the with the curvature tool. Oh, here's another one. So I'll show y'all another example. So if you ever get a line like this where they end up intersecting, I don't know why it intersected because I did not merge them. I only divided it. But anyways, just in case this happens, all you have to do is get your curvature tool and click the anchor points. That's the name of them. Why do I keep forgetting the damn name? Click your anchor points. Anchor points are these dots. Click on the dot and delete. Click on that dot, delete. That's how you get rid of it. That's simple. It's not a long, complicated process. If you want to manually use your eraser tool, you can do that too, but I want to show y'all the easy way. So now we have him done. Well, he's not done, but we have the line work process done. We got rid of all of the access lines, and now we just working on a humbug, just trying to get the colors right. So once you get to this point where you got rid of all your access lines, what you want to do is grab your selection tool, the black selection tool, and then select the entire shit. Select the entire shit. Boom. There we go. Once the whole thing is selected, what you want to do is go to the top of the screen and click on Object, scroll down to Live Paint, and then click on Make. Boom. Once you click on Make, it's going to look like absolutely nothing happened, but you got nothing to worry about because something did happen. What you've done now, you have prepared your project to be live painted. What you want to do is on the left side toolbar of the screen, you want to click on your Live Paint Bucket tool. Boom. If you watch my previous videos before, you already know what I'm talking about. Click your Live Paint Bucket on the bottom left hand corner of the left side toolbar, and then start clicking in all the colors that you want to do. As you notice, one of the first colors that I always color in is the blacks, because the blacks are usually the things that you want to make sure you have out the way first when it comes down to coloring. It just makes your process go a lot easier. Get all the blacks out the way. Let's get all the blacks. You want to do the inside of the mouth, the dots on the eyes. If you have a older style version of character, you want to get their legs together, and boom. Even if you look at that character, it looks halfway done. Usually if I'm doing a outline cartoon design, this is usually what I would stop right here, because this would be perfect. This would be the completion of a outline cartoon design, but that's not what I'm doing. He wanted color. So what he wanted us to do is he wanted the theme to be orange and green. Let me check. I want to make sure that's what he said. Let me go to my DMs. It's my guy Pablo. Let's check. I want to say that's what he said. Orange and green. Let me check my notes because I don't see it. Because I wrote notes as I was talking to him on the phone. Remember, whenever you're talking to a customer on the phone about a description, Always take notes. You don't have to do that, but I think that's a good idea. It's a pattern on the cape, Pop-Tart character. Yeah, he said orange and green. I know I wasn't tripping. No, I wasn't tripping. He said orange and green. But we're not going to focus on orange and green right now. Right now, we want to focus on this character. Now we're going to make the cape possibly orange since the last one was green. But let's focus on this Pop-Tart. Now, if you want to get a color, you know, I could just color this Pop-Tart and do it like that. But I want to find an actual Pop-Tart and actually get the colors from an actual Pop-Tart so we can get it, you know, clean and close to the original. So I see a picture of a Pop-Tart right here. We're going to drag it in. We're going to drag it in. I'm on Chrome right now looking at some Pop-Tart images. So let's get close. Boom. Drag that in. Boom. This picture is big as fuck. Hold on. Let me resize it. So just click on it. Hold shift. Drag it down. That's how you make it smaller while retaining the value. So, as you can see, the outer edges, those outer edges seem too light to me. Let me try to find another one where it's a little bit darker. Okay, we're going to go straight from the Pop-Tart box. Come on, Pop-Tart box. Drive your ass over there. There we go. Okay, got to resize this shit down there. Every picture we find is big as hell. Resize that. Boom. Take that in there, and I'm going to show y'all this strategy of how you get the colors. To make that a little bit bigger. I would say the Pop-Tarts have the official look. So we probably going to steal the Pop-Tart shit. So what you want to do once you get to this point where you can start coloring, click on your eyedropper tool. That's the 6th button on the right side of the left side toolbar. Click on that. It looks like a squirt bottle. And what you want to do is click on the color that you want to use. So I'm going to click on this outside of the Pop-Tart. And we're going to go ahead and put that in there. Let's paint that on there on all of the Pop-Tart body parts. Now I'm going to make the colors of the sides and the bottom a little bit darker. Let's go just a little bit. Not too crazy. Okay, yep, just like that. Let's do some more color on the front. Make sure that front is slightly lighter, just so we can see kind of the separation. Now the eyes and all of that is supposed to be the white icing. You see, as you can see, the white icing, it has those colors. Thank God we have all the colors right here. It has the pinks, oranges, red, yellow, green, white. So we're going to eventually take those from that. Actually, no. We're not taking those from that, but we're taking the colors from that. And we're going to make our own sprinkles here eventually. Let's make the icing not white, but let's make it an off-white. Let's try to get an off-white from the Pop-Tart. Let's see if that's off-white. Yep. That's a good off-white. It damn near looks gray. So let's go ahead and color that on. You see, that looks gray. That's how I want it to look. I don't want it to be straight up white. I want it to be like an off-white. Let's go ahead and color that in. And he wanted the eyes to be red. He wanted him to look like he was just blasted. You know what I'm saying? Like he just got done smoking and just flew off. He just flew in the sky, literally. And you can see, this ain't nothing. I'm not doing nothing special. This doesn't require a lot of knowledge or nothing. I'm just clicking and painting, clicking and painting, clicking and painting. It's nothing serious. Okay, now let's get all these colors. Make sure there's no colors missing. Nothing ain't been done. So what we don't do, the color that you want to put inside of a person, well, not a person, but a cartoon's eye. If you want the cartoon to look like they're high, what you want to do is select that red color in your color menu and take it all the way up to close to white. You want to take it close to white. You could either choose to make it darker, but if you make it like all the way red, it just looks cheap. Like you see, when I make it all the way red, it looks cheap. I don't want it to be all the way red. I want it to be like red as in like how eyes look. Red, but not too red. So like more of a pink, you see? More of a pink. See, when you look at that from far away, you can tell. It's pink, but it's not doing too much. Let's get his tongue to a pink. Usually with a when you're doing a tongue's pink, that's almost like a burnt red. Like red, but not like a burnt red, but like a pink mixed with gray. Like that, you see? That gives the feel of the feel of the inside of a mouth. Let's make his teeth white. You see, the white and the off-white is a separation. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna make the off-white a little bit lighter. That might be too dark. Now that I see the white in his eyes, I mean the white in his teeth. Let's make that a little bit lighter. There we go. I don't know. See, my eyes be seeing shit. Sometimes stuff be looking whiter to me or darker to me when I'm on the computer for a long time. That's the thing. If you plan on being a graphic designer, trust me, you're going to be on a computer for so long looking at stuff, you'll lose track if something like looks good. That's what I always tell people. Once you finish a project, take your time before you actually give it to the customer. Like, you know, take your time and look at it, reevaluate it, make sure that this is what you want to send off, because you never know. Like, if you're not in the right mindset, or, you know, you've been on a computer for a long time, so your judgment is off and shit like that, you know, take your time before sending it. Like, sometimes I won't send something off until like the next day, just so I can make sure I'm in the right mind frame, just in case I'm fucking up. Okay, cool. So let's color in his cape. He wanted the cape to be either green or orange. Let's choose orange. Let's get like let's get kind of a orange that's not too light. Let's get like almost like a darker orange. Okay, so that's a pretty good orange. I think I can fill that in with black, possibly. Fill in the little gap right there. Yeah, fill that in. So once we get to this position, no, hell no. I didn't, I mean, I'm tweaking right now. I didn't color in the hands, the blunt, nothing. So let's get that right. Whenever you want to get the brown, you want to stay in that, right around that orange color round. And just do it like that. Boom. You want to just get these colors right. Color this stuff in. Zoom in if you got to and color in those colors. Don't worry about the edges. Remember, the end is always going to be gray because you want to simulate as if you already been smoking and your shit is burning. Let me color in that gray. Boom, boom. Color that in too. And then what you want to do is with these colors, because at this part right here, this is supposed to be like the blunt igniting. So what you want to do in order to show an igniting effect, what you want to do is add a gradient. So you want to show when a blunt is being lit, you're seeing it go from orange. It's like yellow to orange. It's like orange to yellow-ish type shit. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But I'm going to create that as a gradient, like an orange to like a bright yellow, and paint that in. Boom. You see, now that's like simulating as if it's like lit and burning. So now let's do the hands. The hands is just simple whites. Now I might have to use my putting my color behind the project at the end of the project so I can make sure I don't miss none of these colors. I kind of could see them from the highlight, but you never know. Let's get this right. Boom, boom. Like it's coming together. It's coming together. It's starting to have its look. When you look at it, it's starting to have that look like, damn. Okay. Okay, let's get the shoes. Let's make the shoes the same color as the cape. We want that to match a little bit. Let's color in all of that shit. Boom, boom, boom. As you can see now, if you just now checking into this video, we are just doing some coloring. Not nothing too crazy. Just getting this coloring in so we can get these colors finished on this project. And for the bottom of this shoe, I might make it darker. Yeah, I might make it darker just so we can simulate that this is the bottom. There we go. And let me get the white on. Did I already do that? Yeah, you already did that. I'm tripping. Okay, so once we have that, now what we want to do is start doing the sprinkles. So to the people who have probably never did sprinkles, because I'm almost sure I didn't see no Pop-Tart that looked like this, far as like a cartoon. Like you may see some, but they look very old looking, very cheap looking. So in order to create these sprinkles, what you want to do is use your what you call this, a fucking eyedropper tool. Get your eyedropper tool, select whatever color you want to take. I'm gonna take that green. And to make a sprinkle, this is what you want to do. Right click on the shape tool, choose the rectangle tool, click that. What you want to do is zoom in and create a rectangle, right? Make like a little rectangle. I'm going to see how big the sprinkle is going to be. We're going to make the sprinkles a little bit bigger like that. Now what you want to do is zoom all the way in, right? As you can see, when you zoom all the way in, you see the corners and you see some dots in the inside of the green, right? What you want to do is use your white selection tool. It's called the direct selection tool. Click on your direct selection tool. And then what I want you to do is click on those lines. Matter of fact, no, not the direct selection tool, excuse me. The selection tool, not the white one, the black one. And then I want you to click on those lines. Once you click on those lines, hold it and pull it in just like that. Boom. Now you have a sprinkle. Now, what I usually do, I put black outlines on the sprinkles. So I put a black outline on it and then take the stroke down so the black line is real thin. Let's change that to a 0.1. Yep, just like that. So you pretty much do that, and then you take each color and just spread them around. The way you spread them around, you hold the Option key, click it, drag. Keep holding the Option key, click it, and drag. That's all you're doing. Oh, excuse me. Hold on. I'm getting too close. Just click them, drag them. And make sure you hold an Option when you're doing this. Put them wherever you want to put them. And then once you got them to where you want to put them, you want to randomize them. So just click on it and then just turn it however you want to turn it. Just turn it just to a random one. That's all I do. Just turn it to a random joint. You know what? I'm actually going to make these smaller. I'm going to make these smaller because we got a lot more colors to go. And I want everything to like look right. And then these aren't really like that big and not a lot like really look at it. So let me make these smaller. Make these smaller and then I'm going to spread them out. So we have the green so far. Let me hold shift and put some more on there. And as simple as that, what you want to do is I'm going to make a new one. I'm going to hold Option, drag one out there, right? And I'm going to click on the eyedropper tool and make sure the new one that you made is selected. Click on the eyedropper tool, then go click another color. So I'm going to choose red. Boom. I chose red. Let's put that black outline on it. Boom. Make sure that stroke is turned down. Let's turn that stroke all the way down to 0.1. And now we just do the same thing. Make sure when you put all these on, like I said before, you want them to all be random. Make sure they're all turned. All of them is turned in a different type of way. And then you be doing the same thing for the red one. So let's take the red one. Just to save some time, I'm already turn it. Hold Option, drag a new one. Turn that. Hold the Option, drag a new one. Turn that. Same thing. We're just trying to get those colors on there. We want the sprinkles to look like sprinkles. Zoom in, turn that. Zoom in, turn that to the side. And that's it. Okay, now let's go to another one. Same thing. Wait. Let me drag a new one out there. Boom. Let's go back to get your eyedropper tool. Go back to the colors. Who we gonna get next? Let's get pink. I'm seeing a lot of pinks. Pinks. Let's add that outline to it. Boom. Stroke down to 0.1. Once we got that 0.1, let's go ahead and start dragging them out. Hold Option. Same shit. Boom. Drag it. Turn it. You probably seen people do this and probably wonder, how the fuck are they putting sprinkles on that shit? I mean, I don't know if this is other people's method. Maybe other people have like a certain type of method. But I like to manually go in and randomize it because I just feel like it looks more realistic when you do that. It gives it, that pop. And you could either, it's whatever your preference is. You could either go absolutely crazy and put like 1,000 of them on there. But I'm not going to put that many. I just want to show people what it is. I want you to be able to look at it and be able to tell what it is. And I'm going to start manipulating them in a second. So I'm going to hold Option, start a new one. And what other color we got? Yellow. Let's get that yellow. Boom. We got that yellow. Add the stroke. Boom. Take that point down to 0.1. Now let's get to work. Turn that to the side. Boom. Hold Option. Drag them over. Hold Option. Drag them over. Sometimes when you put sprinkles on certain things, sometimes you want to put shadows behind the sprinkles too. I could show you how to do that, but it's not, this project ain't that serious. Now, if you look at the Pop-Tart, a lot of the sprinkles are broken. Some of them are still kind of together, but most of them are broken. So in order to do that, what you want to do is select the entire thing. Grab your eraser tool. Make your eraser tool very small. Make your eraser tool very small. And just go to random ones and just start deleting some of them. Matter of fact, you just want to delete a piece of them. It's deleting the whole goddamn thing. Listen, the way that you can do this, you could either expand it. Hold on, wait. I didn't want to, but fuck it. Because I do want to show you how to do this. You can expand it and then start deleting. When you expand it, shit. I think my project is that fucking small. Hold on, wait. Because I want to make sure I'm not tripping. Undo. Let me resize them. Because I think because this project is so small that they're just deleting. Okay, so I made the project bigger just to show you an example. You zoom in, use your eraser tool. Let's make it bigger so I can show you. And then you just delete pieces off of them. Boom. You see that? How a piece is off of it at? Delete it, pick a piece, cut some off of it. That's what you can do if you want to simulate and make it more realistic as if they're broken up and shit. It's doing that to me because this project that I'm creating is small. It's a 5x5. It's not. I'm not doing like a 20x20 on this project. So a lot of times when you do projects this small, even if you use the eraser and you try to get a piece off of it, the project is already hella small. So even if I try to, you see, I'm trying to cut a tiny piece of the end and boom, it delete the whole goddamn thing. So yeah, I just wanted to show y'all that. So Let's get one more color. Let's get one more color. I think it is only one color, and that's orange. Oh, I see orange and white, but we just gonna get orange. Let's get the orange. Let's make a new one. Oh shit. Let's use your eyedropper tool. Zoom in that bitch. Click on orange. Boom. And we have the outlines. Change the stroke on the outline to 0.1. And boom. Let's start dragging that around. Drag your orange ass all around this. Yep. So now you have a Pop-Tart with the sprinkles. Okay, so look, as you look at it from far away, now it's starting to look a little bit more realistic. It looks boxy to me. It looks boxy to me. I mean, we're not striving for perfection here. Matter of fact, but this is for a customer. So you want to make sure you get this shit right. You know what I mean? But now that I have most of the colors done, what I want to do now is start adding the shadows, aka the shadows. We're gonna start adding the shadows. I didn't check and see if I'm even live on these other platforms. So let me check right quick. Twitch, is we in the game? Is we in the game, Twitch? Uh-oh, Twitch, we in the game. Shout out to Twitch. I see I see my boy watching me. He said, "Yep, that is super cool." Thank you, man. I'm glad you're watching me. I'm glad you're learning this. You are a young man, but you know what? You can watch me today. I'm going to give you that privilege. I'm going to let you watch me. Shout out to everybody on Twitch that's watching me right now. It's a couple of people watching me on there. Let's check YouTube. YouTube, I'm live there. I see a few. Let's check Trovo. Shout out to Trovo, the people, lovely people in Trovo that always come in and show me love and always sending some beautiful donations. Shout out my guy Cookies for cracking that off. Let's go to Trovo. Let's check my space. Let's go there, buddy. Okay, Trovo, we in the game. Yo, shout out to Scooter37, Hang Too Low. Shout out to everybody who came in, showing that love, showing some blessings to the game. I appreciate you. But let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, so we got the Pop-Tart. Oh, you know what? See, this is why you gotta sometimes stop looking at your project, leave it, and then come back. Because now that I left it and came back, I feel like it looks too dark to me. See, that's how I am as a designer. Like, sometimes I look at some shit and I just notice something, I change the whole shit. I don't like how dark this looks right now. I feel like it should be lighter. Let's get that lighter color. Let's color that lighter. Yeah, that looks too dark to me right now. Look like it's been in the toaster for too long. I don't even want it to look like it's been in the toaster. I want it to still have that light vibe to it. There we go. Now it's looking more like a Pop-Tart. Let's go. Now let's make the edges or the back a little bit of the crispy orange look. Let's see if how that looks. If that don't look right, we can go ahead and change it back. Yeah, I don't like that. Let's try to make that just a smidgen darker than the lighter version. Let's see. Boom. 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 Oh shit. Boom. I like that. I like that. I like that. I feel like that's a lot lighter. That gives me more of the Pop-Tart vibe. Let me get rid of this line right here. This line is just bothering the shit out of me. I don't know why. Oh shit, no. Let's not get rid of that line. Matter of fact, let's just try something. Let's try something right quick. I like the way that this looks. I like that. I don't know why, but I like that. Or am I overthinking this? No, I like that. I want to keep it like that. Nah, hell no. Let me not do that. I'm bugging. Let me not do that. Let me put those lines back. I just want this line right here to go. Let's get rid of this shit. Boom, 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 boom. Now let's bend that to make that circular, like that. Bring that in. Boom. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. Now, I don't know. I guess no. Let's put that line back. Fuck it. See, I do shit like this. I do shit like this, bro. Like, I do this shit so much. I be doing this shit all the time. Like, sometimes shit just be looking good to me. Then it's like not. I usually don't do this on tutorials, but like when I'm working on something, like sometimes I just like to keep going back until this shit looks good to me. I don't like half-assing shit when I'm working on customers. That's why I don't work on customers. I'll be on this shit all motherfucking day, just trying to get these customers right. Let's go ahead and get this right. Right now, as you can see, we're doing shadows. When you add shadows to a project, you want to make sure you put in the, as you can see, when I'm applying the shadows, I'm putting the shadows behind the black line. That is all for a reason, because by the time I start adding the actual shadows to it, I want the shadows to be behind whatever area it's supposed to be in. And I don't want the shadows overlapping with other areas. So we keep those shadows within these lines. That's the gun line, boss. You want to keep it behind the gun line. Okay, turn that color black, and the way that you make the shadows is once you have it like that, what I want you to do is go to the top of the screen, click on opacity. Actually, don't click on opacity. Right next to opacity, there is some numbers that say 100%. Take those numbers down, and that's how you create a shadow. Take that down, hold shift, and press down. And that's basically how you do that. That's simulating that the icing is bubbled up. Now, I want the light source to be coming from in front of him and the shadows to be in back of him and under things. So we're going to color these eyes. We want to get the shadows coming from the left side of everything. So what we're doing right now is just moving. Like I said, you want the line work to be on the black edges. That's how you're going to get that look. If you are watching me right now, you are seeing live how I do this shit. I don't really show people this shit all the time. So y'all are actually witnessing something I don't even show. I feel like, you know, you're watching a chef cook food right now. So even like shit that you don't usually see a chef do, you know, you're witnessing. You're witnessing a graphic designer do shit they don't usually show you. And like I always say, I don't like showing people this shit because for privacy reasons, you know. A customer may want this released in a exclusive type of way. So I try to be secret. Oh, that's one thing about being a designer. You always find yourself hiding people's secrets and shit, man. Crazy. You're always holding back secrets that people have about projects and shit. I think that's the reason why sometimes a lot of graphic designers, they don't like working with rappers. Because it's like you making dope work, but let's say something happens with that song, your work would never come out. I did a cover for quite a few rappers that never came out. I did a dope ass cover for this singer dude. What's his name? TK Kravitz. I did a dope ass cover for him. It wasn't necessarily directly for him, but he's on the song. And I knew this shit was going to be big because the song is fire. Fire. I'm not going to leak the song or anything like that because that's some illegal shit. And I'm not trying to be into it with no motherfucking label or no shit like that. But man, bro, I killed that design. Not only did I kill the design, I made a, what's that shit called? A motion graphic video for it too. Motion graphic video was crazy. I think the whole project was just dope to me. And I don't know what the fuck happened with that shit. All of a sudden, the artist hit me up, and the artist and the actually the artist didn't hit me up. The manager hit me up, and the manager was like, "Hey, we having issues with the label with that song, man. We're not gonna be releasing it anytime soon." Man, bro, I was disappointed. I was like, "Damn, that might have been the one, y'all. That might have been my big break." But it didn't happen, man. Unfortunately, I had quite a few like projects like that where I'm like, "Yo, this is gonna be big." You know, I put some shit down for some famous niggas and whatever, and something always happened, man. It's almost like it's not meant to happen for me. I don't know, like what. It's always something. I'm telling you, I done had a couple opportunities where I done worked on some big shit, and something happens where it's not able to come out. I feel like one that became big, like me, without me knowing, was when I designed Lil Keith's chain. So when I designed Lil Keith's chain, which I mind you, Lil Keith wasn't he wasn't like popular or known at this time. Actually, he wasn't. I don't even think he was he even signed to Young Thug? I don't even think the nigga was even signed to Young Thug at this time. But I think he eventually probably ended up signing, because I don't even know, like at this time he didn't even have no song that was popping. It was weird because he was like famous at that time just for his look, just because like he was like the only nigga that I know. I can't even think of nobody else, but like he was like the only like Atlanta nigga like running around with like red hair. He had like red dreadlocks. He was like the only nigga with like red dreadlocks. And like when I made this design for this guy named Duvernay, he told me, make this zombie with red dreadlocks for me. And I was like, okay, cool. Made the design for him. And I didn't think nothing was gonna happen with that design. I just was like, okay, zombie with some red dreads or whatever. But because remember, there was no Lil Keith at this time. So then when I made it, man, the shit went fucking crazy. I mean, you know, my designs have went viral hella times. You know, shout out to people who've helped my designs go viral, like Jeremiah Phillips and shit like that. But that was like viral because when he got a chain done of my design, bruh, like, y'all don't understand. Like, that shit went crazy. I'm talking about, it was rappers all over the music industry commenting like, yo, that's fire. That's fire. Like, yo, who made that? Like, who designed that? That's fire. And you know what the fuck he said? He said, my guy made that. And I remember it was people in the comment section who asked him, like, who made that? And they tagged the guy that I made it for. Fucking disappointing. One of the most disappointing things that happened in my career. I'm talking about, it was big niggas jogging this shit. I think Drake even was asking about it. It was everybody was asking about it. Like, yo, that chain is fire. That's hard. And that was very hurtful to watch my moment be stolen from another nigga. Straight up. Like, and it's crazy because when I made this design for this man, I never thought to myself that I was creating a design that he was going to say that he made. When this was, he didn't make, I mean, see, look, he just brought me the idea. He didn't actually make this shit. And that was really my thing. Like, my thing is, listen, if you come to me, the only thing I ask for is my credit. I'm not asking for money or none of that type of shit. I'm just asking for my credit. Like, when I make something and this thing gets to a certain level, at least give me my credit, man. Just at least say, you know, hey, my guy Jay designed this. I just didn't like how the whole thing went. That like they was tagging this dude for some shit that I made. It was crazy. It was crazy. Still to this day. And I'm not making this up. If you watching this video, whether you watching my video live or whether you watching my video, you know, wherever the fuck you watching my video, dude, go look at Lil Keith's chain, or because Lil Gotit wears it now. Rest in peace to Lil Keith. Lil Gotit wears it now. But that's my work. I designed that. And I still to this day never got the credit for that shit. Never got the credit for that shit. That chain is like, bro, I've seen people say that's the best chain in the game. I'm like, no bullshit. I've seen people say like, yo, that chain, that's one of the hardest chains in the rap game. That zombie chain is crazy. Like, and I didn't get the credit for it, man. That's something that I want people to, if you plan on getting into this game, man, people are going to take your ideas. They're going to, you know, see something you did and try to emulate the same shit. That's just the way the game goes. And that was by far a huge learning lesson for me, that I am way more valuable than what I think. You know, at that time, I was making that shit. I wasn't even thinking nothing of it. It's crazy how I create some shit, not even thinking nothing of it, and it takes off like that. That situation made me learn my value. Like, damn, yo, like I'm really good at this shit. And other people seen the potential of me and took advantage of that. And that's when I was like, you know what? I can't keep shortchanging myself when it comes to these situations, because I'm leaving myself vulnerable for people to do shit like this. And there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. Because I'm not as big as these people, and my voice isn't big enough. A person could take something from me over the internet, and you ain't taking nothing in person. But over the internet, a person could steal a design of mine or whatever and say that they created it, and then, you know, get all the fucking credit for it, and there's nothing I could do. Even if I was to go on a rant and be like, yo, that's mine's, I'm reaching out to all the blogs, I made that fucking chain, nigga. Even if I do that shit, there's no way for me to prove it, because people are gonna believe the people that are bigger. Like, I don't think Kid or Got It would ever like say that I was lying or anything like that, because I don't think they know. I honestly don't think they know, because there's no way for me to reach them. You know, but when I made that design, I didn't make that for Lil Kid and Got It or anything like that. I just made this design just based off what the dude was asking me for. But I didn't think this shit was gonna take off like that. Like, god damn. It's crazy because the way he got me with it was so slick, y'all. It always trips me out how he got me with the shit. Because he bought some other shit from me. Oh, this shit is like so, like this shit is deep, y'all. This shit is deep, like when you think about it. Because he contacted me asking me to make another design, a whole different design. And like, I'm making this design for him, you know, everything's cool. But then he was like, look, I've been shopping with you for a while. I got one more design that I want you to do. I want to see if you can give me a deal on this one. It was almost like a setup, like the way how weird it was. He's like, I got one more design I want you to do, but this one is gonna be a zombie. He sent me the picture, and I want to say he sent me a picture of Lil Kid, but like I told you, Lil Kid wasn't famous at this time. And I was like, okay, cool. Just think nothing of it. I'm thinking like, man, this just some local nigga. I'm just making shit. You know what I'm saying? Never knowing that this is a man that people now consider an Atlanta legend. Crazy. I made that shit, and I made his iconic chain that he wears all the fucking time and never got the credit for it. That is one of the consequences of not having your business together as a designer. Not having your legal business together as a designer, and just not being on point, man. I should have been on point back then. I should have had all my legal shit together. I should have had all my terms and agreements together. Like, listen, I'm making this design for you, nigga, but don't be running off and saying that you made this shit and all that type of shit. Now I'm on point, but back then, man, damn. Missed opportunity. Funny thing is, that's not the only one. I'm just telling y'all about one incident. It's quite a few incidents. I've done designs for celebrities, and other people have got the credit for it. But you know, I've just chalked it up as a L, and that's just what comes with this game. It's nothing I can do about it. Like I can't fucking be on some shit like, oh man, I'm gonna sue them niggas because there is no case in that type of shit. Because I sold this man the design, this nigga Duvernay. I sold him the design, so it was fair business. Now, what I don't think is fair is, nigga, when I sold it to you, I sold it to you. You know, when I sell you a design, the design is yours. Don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to gain nothing out of a design after I sell it to a person. But my thing is, give me the credit. Don't lie and say you created it when you know you didn't. That's really just my thing with it. But yeah, that's my story with the whole Lil Keed thing. I think people have asked me about that previously, just wondering what the fuck happened. Because people who know me, they've seen that chain and they know that I designed it because people know my work. They know how I design. They know what my designs look like. A lot of my Instagram people are the ones who like put me on game with it. I'll never forget it when it went viral on I can't remember what was the site it went viral on. It went viral on one of these sites first. I think it might have been Complex. I think it might have been Complex where it went viral. Let me check right quick. Lil Keed chain. No, Lil Keed zombie chain. Zombie chain. Yeah, because the brand, it was called Studio Junkie. I want to show y'all my chain I designed. Well, not my chain. Let me stop saying that. The chain that I designed that eventually went to Lil Keed, but I didn't necessarily create it for Lil Keed. I didn't know him at the time. He wasn't famous. But as you can see here, this is Lil Keed, and this is the chain. That is the chain. Look at that chain very well. That is my work. That is, if you look at it really good, you can see that's open mouth with the teeth. The teeth, he's supposed to be like a zombie, so his mouth is supposed to be decaying. That's why his mouth is like leaning like that. On the bottom of his chin, as you can see, there's like a rip in his chin. And as you see, he has red dreadlocks coming down. I want you to pay close attention to that. That is Lil Keed's chain. That is based off a design that I created. I have to look on the chain. It might be on my, I might have to look for the design. It might be on my old computer. I know for a fact it's on my Instagram though. Let me go to my IG, see if I can find it real fast for y'all before we continue. See if we can scroll down real quick. This was a while ago. This was, I would tell, mind you, some years ago. But this was a moment that missed for me, a very big moment that I feel like I missed. I feel like as a graphic designer, that would have been big, you know, with what Lil Keed ended up accomplishing. Because this was before he had like a name or whatever. Man, this shit is taking forever to load. But this is, you know, a big accomplishment that ended up happening. And man, crazy. Yeah, but it was originally called Studio Junkie. You know what? This shit taking forever. Fuck it. We ain't finding that shit. I feel like I'm trying to prove it to people, but I have nothing to prove. Most people, they believe me. They already know that, you know, Jay created that. But it's just that I wanted to show the people, just in case people go back and watch this video. I do want it to at least be a video out here where I show people exactly how that situation happened. But don't get it twisted. My designs have been on a lot of celebrities because, like, you know, I've had celebrity clients that I've done designs for, and they've kept the designs for a long time, you know, and they've used them for, you know, different things. But I don't try to charge people based off celebrity clients, because a lot of the celebrity clients, I don't feel like I'm personally friends with these people. I feel like I just was doing a job that somebody paid me to do, whether that be the rapper, manager, label, whatever. Last year, I think I did a lot of celebrities that I did was in other countries. Like I did a couple Jamaican artists. I did some artists from UK. I did some I did a lot of people from overseas. For some reason, people overseas been fucking with me. Been fucking with me. Some of my first customers was from London. Real talk. Some of my first customers was from London. Those people paid very well. Oh shit, was my camera? What the fuck is my camera pointed all the way the fuck over there? How long has my camera been like that? Yo, please do not let me be on here looking crazy and y'all don't say nothing. Yeah, but yes. If you are a person from America and you want to do graphic design, trust me, the people in other countries, yo, man, I'm telling you, building a fan base and a clientele in other countries is so valuable, because there is something about people in the UK, Canada, Africa, Jamaica. Yo, I've had some of my best customers straight up have been from places like Jamaica, London, Canada and shit like that. Real talk, bro. Real talk. Like, one of my first big flyers I ever did was for this artist in Canada. I mean, no, excuse me, in London. I can't think of what his name was. But man, dude showed mad love, yo. Like, I don't even know this dude like that. And he just came in like, yo, how much you charging? I told him like, yo, I'm charging 40. He said, look, I'm gonna give you 100. Like, this flyer I need done quick. Knocked that bitch out for him. He said, yo, I'm gonna give you another 100 just because you held it down. Nigga sent me 200, bro. For real. Like, this is like when I was charging like pennies for this shit. Like, yo, them people out there in them other countries, yo, shout out to my people in Jamaica, like I say, the UK, Africa. I had a couple artists in Africa that I've worked with. I've had customers all over the country. Like, not all over the country, but in other countries, showing me love. Like, showing me love when a lot of people out here in America wasn't showing me no love, yo, for real, for real. Like, it's always good to have those customers in other countries, because I'm telling you, they always come in clutch once everybody in America want to turn on you. Everybody in America don't want to fuck with you. Man, I'm telling you, man, keep you some clientele in other countries. And I don't got PayPal anymore. All of my customers at that time, they was a lot of them was through PayPal. See if I can get this leaned over here. Let's move my iPad out the way and lean this over. Oh shit, my battery about to die, y'all. Shit. Damn, y'all. I think I'm probably gonna have to end this live. Man, we made a lot of progress too. Man. I just got done with all the shadows. All I really got to do now is the highlights. But I think I'm going to go ahead and save it, and I'm going to keep going until my battery is too low, because my battery is dying. Pop Tart character. Save it to my cloud. Save it to my cloud just in case. Just so we good. Damn, y'all. We making some huge progress. I usually don't even stay online this long and like show y'all this whole like process of me building a logo, but I wanted y'all to see what I'm doing. Shout out to Brandon Lee for commenting. Yo, let me show love to everybody who been showing love. Shout out to my guy Trappenstein. Yo, shout out to you. Shout out to Dwight Breeze. Shout out for True Made. Shout out to my guy Cookies. Shout out to my brother I see up in there. Yo, shout out to my son who came in and checked in. Who else came in here? Shout out to Brianna 217. I'm checking different sites, y'all. My apologies. Shout out to the people watching on YouTube. I can't see your names. Shout out to the people on Trovo, the few people watching me on Trovo. I really appreciate you. My battery is going to die soon, y'all. I mind you, I have like 10 things hooked up. I got lights, the camera, my microphone. I have a lot of shit hooked up. So when you have a newer MacBook, it doesn't have that many ports. So like I can only connect so much shit at a time, and I can't connect the power at the same time. So I always charge my laptop all the way up before I get on stream. But this shit still dies out, man, having all of this shit like connected to the damn MacBook at the same time, because I got a lot of shit connected, and shit is just killing my battery. But yo, like I'm disappointed. Like I really wanted to get a lot of more of this done with y'all, and I'm probably gonna tell y'all some more industry stories. But it is what it is, y'all. The battery getting low, so we're gonna try to get as much done as possible on this stream before I gotta go. But I really appreciate everybody who came and checked in. Shout out to everybody who's gonna be watching this from YouTube and watching this once I'm finished. If you have been watching this video, this isn't really a tutorial. This is kind of just me working on a customer project. But if you are able to learn something, make sure you go ahead and hit like, share this video on your page or wherever you want to share it to. Yeah, I know I do this for my people who want to learn more about this, no matter who you are, what race you are. I just appreciate people for coming in, showing me love. Y'all don't owe me anything. You don't owe me no donations or anything. But look, if you want to show some love, I'm not going to miss out on the sale for no love. So I appreciate everybody. And we're going to stay on here until the battery gets super low. I'm just trying to add as much shadows as possible before I start adding the highlights. I'm going to finish this project off the internet. I'm going to finish it independently. And tomorrow I will be back on to do some more videos to show y'all how to do different types of cartoons. Like yesterday I showed y'all how to do the Little Bill. I thought that was interesting because even I didn't know how to create that. So y'all got to watch me figure that out live. Sometimes I like doing stuff like that just to show people as a skilled designer, there's ways to figure out things. And being a good designer isn't always about making these like super nice pictures that you see people see. Sometimes it's just about problem solving and becoming better at what you do. Because like I told you, anybody could do this. This graphic design shit you see me do, anybody can do it. Don't not get it twisted. Don't think you're not smart enough. You need to be some fucking nerd. Because when you think of graphic design, you just think of like some white dude with some glasses sitting in some office working on designs for some company. That's not what graphic design is. That's not what it's all about. It's so many different things you can do in graphic design. Don't ever get it twisted. I'm not no better, no smarter than anybody. I just know this very well. But yeah, like once you get a chance, check this out. You know, follow this on Illustrator, and I guarantee you will get something out of it. Really, I want y'all to learn this so you can make some money, man. That'd be nice, man. Once you figure this out and you learn how to make some money, only thing I'm asking for is a thank you. You don't owe me nothing. You ain't got to pay me nothing. Just say, yo, Jay, I appreciate you, big nigga, for showing me how to do this shit and make some money. You know what I mean? But yeah, we gonna get up out of here, y'all. I'm just trying to rush, y'all. I'm just trying to rush. Till this shit die on a nigga, man. How long we been going for? I don't even know, y'all. I feel like we making so much progress too. Damn, y'all. Let's just get this shit done with. Let me at least finish the shadows while I'm on live. Just so y'all can get a glimpse of what it's going to look like. Select all those shadows. Boom. See, I should have been moving faster. I was taking my fucking time. God damn it. Nope, let's make those lighter. Let's make those lighter. Check that opacity. Oh, shit. Command Z, undo. Opacity. Take that down. Let's take that down to 10. Yep. Matter of fact, a little bit more. Let's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's really it. Now his shoe. Let's get that shoe. Boom. 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 I'm at 5%. Ooh, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. It's getting there. I think I can survive off 5%. I just wanted to do this last little thing, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Let's select the eyedropper. Let's get that. Okay, now what we want to do is take most of this and change it to soft lights. Change a lot of these to soft lights on a lot of the skin, the shoes, and really the colors, the eyes. Another soft light. Nah, shit. Okay, go back. Boom. Okay, yeah. Let's put the soft light on the shoes. The orange on the colors. Damn it. Yeah, on the tongue. Let's get the cape. Let's get the cape. Let's get the blunt. And I think that's it. Now change the soft light to, I change this to a soft light. Boom. Let's take the colors all the way up. Okay. And that's it, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. That's it for this tutorial. I appreciate everybody who checked this out. Like I always tell y'all, you do not have to watch this whole tutorial because this will be available on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Trovo, and sometimes TikTok when they like me a little bit. And yep, and this is the design with all of the line work and the colors and the shadows. All I have left to do is the highlights and the title of the design. I'm gonna zoom in and show y'all a lot of the details that we did. We did the sprinkles, we did the blunt. As you can see, we did the gradients in the blunt to look like it's smoking. We haven't added the smoke though. We did the cape, the orange shoes. All we have to do is the title. From the sketch, you can see I put the title to be almost like a BAM, like a cartoon BAM or a comic BAM, as they say. That's going to be the title, and he's going to be wearing glasses. So be on the lookout for this design. I should be posting this, if not tonight, probably sometime tomorrow. And we're going to do it like that. So I appreciate you guys for checking me out. And I will see y'all tomorrow where we will do some more work. Work. Okay, I see some comments. Let me see. Hold on. Is that Twitch? What is that? Twitch. Shout out to the people on Twitch. Shout out to everybody. We about to go ahead and get our asses up out of here. I appreciate y'all for checking a young brother out. And I am out of here, y'all. Goodbye.